Bonjour tout le monde, welcome to a very impromptu last minute weekday wanderings. I'm Jackie, I'm here in my neighbourhood of the 14th Arrondissement. We're at Metro Alésia. We're actually at a very old brasserie called Alesia. It's right on the corner of Alésia. So I didn't advertise today's session because I didn't expect to actually be here. But I've literally just sat down here, literally just now sat down as we've just had COVID tests done. I have two children with me this morning who don't generally come to my weekday wanderings unless during the holidays, but they're off school because they're a little bit ill, but also because there's been a COVID case in their classroom, and so their classroom's been shut. Well, not the classroom's been shut, but the children aren't allowed to return to school unless they have a negative COVID test. So we just had our tests done, so that's all good. So they were very unpleasant, as COVID tests tend to be, but we do them anyway. So I have 3 people online, so thank you for those people who are online. It's lovely to see you. Again, sorry for the very short notice. Here, somebody's coughing over here. But I thought, well, as I happened to be able to sit down quietly at exactly 10:30, which was not anticipated, I thought I would quickly pop on and say hi to you all. So here we are at Alésia, which is in 14th Arrondissement at Metro Alésia. Of course, Alésia is on line 4. So Terry's here. Hi Terry. I hope you all feel better soon. Thank you. We have 2 girls with horrible nasty cough, which is what I had last week. But we're sitting here in a very isolated corner of Alésia, just waiting for some hot drinks after having had our COVID test. So I thought it might be a bit noisy here, of course, because we're in the middle of a very busy intersection, but and like I said, we're kind of secluded where we are, but I thought I would show you where we are anyway. This is a bit of a hub here, so let's adjust my camera. Okay, so Alésia is in the 14th, it's in the south of Paris, almost near the Périphérique. So we are, if we look down in this direction here. Hi Susan McGregor, hello again. We spoke recently. I'm very happy that Susan actually received her little gift that I posted to her. So if we, like that truck and that ambulance are heading down the Avenue General Leclerc, heading south towards Metro Porte d'Orléans, and then just beyond that is the Périphérique. So it's probably about 10-15 minute walk that way. We get to the Périphérique, which is the road that runs right around the exterior of Paris. Terry says, oh my god, look at the dog wearing the flag. I know, it's like a nice little jersey. Okay, so we're having some tea served to us now. And all the Christmas trees just started to light up. Susan says, thank you Jackie, lovely. 2 months from France to Melbourne. Didn't expect you on today. Yes, as I already told Susan, I didn't expect to be on today, but like I said, I happened to be sitting down at just the right time, so I thought I would sit down and show you where I am. And I promised the girls that we're going to have a hot drink at a cafe before we head home. So, yes. Okay, so as you can hear, my babies are sneezing in the background and coughing. And oh, there's Dominique. Hello, Dominique. Okay, I'm just getting my children organised. This is part of the reason why I changed to cancel today, because I'm not very organised and I have my kids with me. Okay. So, what what do we have at this lovely little intersection? So like I said, this is Avenue General Leclerc down in this direction here. It also heads up that way as well. So there are 6 streets that are coming off this intersection. So they run, General Leclerc runs north to south, and then this one over here is Rue d'Alésia, which is also the one just immediately next to us here, which you can't see because it's mirrors in the way. And we also have, just next to this van here, heading down this way, there is Avenue Jean Moulin. And this road directly next to us behind these trees. And we that metro, so that's Metro Alesia, the lady just popped out of there. That is Avenue Domaine, which heads down towards the Tour Montparnasse. So if I actually get up and pop my head around the corner here, I'll show you very quickly. This is the Église de Montrouge, and if you see down there, there's the Tour Montparnasse. Okay, so that's just down the road from me. Okay, so here we are at Alésia. So this is one of these Belle Epoque brasserie, which is very popular back in the late 1800s, early 1900s. There are my grumpy children who really need to be at home very soon, so we won't talk for very long. Bonjour Juliette. She's very grumpy. But you get a smile from here. So they're drinking hot orange juice. Okay, so Susan says, hi Jackie, hope you all quickly and fully recover. Stay snug. Can't say we're snug right now, but thank you very much for the sentiment. We will be heading home very soon once we've finished our hot drinks. Okay. So I thought while we're here, I don't know if Julie's online. I don't think so, because I did tell her I wouldn't be on, but she suggested maybe I could do a quick chat. So I am here for a quick chat for those of you who want to have a quick chat. I thought that I would just give you a little talk about what happened on Tuesday, which was the pensionisation de Josephine Baker. So Josephine Baker was admitted to the pension on Tuesday, and we went down and watched that happening, and it was it was a big event, and a lot of invited guests and a lot of fanfare. So I can post those photos and my video from that, just to give you something, because this morning we're not obviously doing a walk like we normally would. But just as a little aside, linked to where we are now, so as I said, Avenue General Leclerc is here, but also next to it is the Avenue Jean Moulin. So I actually live down that street there, probably giving too much information there, but Jean Moulin, if anyone knows who Jean Moulin was, he was the man in charge of running or coordinating the resistance movement during World War II. He was actually captured towards the end of the war and deported and tortured, and he died a very horrible, painful death apparently. And he is obviously a war hero, a resistance hero. And in fact, Josephine Baker's her coffin, which I'll talk about in a moment too, her coffin is actually going to be in the same little room as Jean Moulin. So if you've been to the pension before, down in the crypt where all the coffins are kept, there are all these little rooms, and it fits approximately around 4 or 6 coffins in each of these. So the one that Jean Moulin is in is where the coffin of Josephine Baker is going to be put. So back to the ceremony of Josephine Baker. So she was admitted to the pension because, not because of the fact that she was a famous cabaret singer, dancer, etc., but she was also, well, she was in love with France, and was very much welcomed by France, especially coming from being a black woman coming from the United States, where at the time it was very, very difficult to live for her. So when she came here, she found a certain type of lifestyle which she would never have been able to have in the United States, where she was welcomed and treated like everybody else. When she became a French citizen in 1937, it was right before the war broke out, World War II, and she offered to serve France in the war, so she became a spy in the French resistance, and she also joined the Air Force and served, but at the same time she was also travelling around Europe doing concerts and playing for the troops and things like that, which was a perfect front for her spy activities, so it was really good. But she was also very active in civil rights movement, particularly in the United States. She travelled back to the United States on several occasions, and she worked very closely with Martin Luther King. In fact, when Martin Luther King was assassinated, his widow actually asked Josephine if she could take over from his work, and her response was, she thought about it, but she said, I can't, I have children, I don't want to leave them motherless, Martin Luther King was assassinated, she didn't want to be in the same position, so she turned them down. In saying that, of course, she had a large number of children. She had 12 children, which she adopted. All of them were adopted, and she adopted them from different countries and raised them under different religions, and because she wanted to have, she called it her tribu arc-en-ciel, so it was her rainbow tribe, and she wanted to spread love and acceptance and, beyond racial divides. So that was another reason why she was acknowledged on Tuesday at the Pantheon for her civil rights and equality ideology. So yeah, so there we go. So Jerry said my tax guy has his office in Avenue Jean Moulin, so that name triggers me a bit. Oh really? Okay. So he's just down here, is he? That's scary. I have grizzly children, as you can probably hear. Okay, so anyway, what's happening at the moment in terms of COVID? I thought I'd give you an update of the COVID situation. We had an announcement last week which changed things very little, but one notable change which affects me directly is the fact that previously, so like as of last week, if there was one case of COVID in a classroom, then the classroom would get closed. Whereas now, I don't know the logic behind this, but this is what's happening now. Now the child who has COVID is excluded, and the rest of the children need to be tested, and if they are negative, then they can go back to school. So, as I say, this is part of the reason why my children are at home today, because we needed to get tested and provide proof of negative COVID before they can go back to school. But they also happen to be sick, so that's okay. So once we have finished our drinks, we are going to head home. And but in the meantime, if it was a little darker, which of course it's early morning, so you can't see, but at night time it's beautiful here. We have a little Christmas tree here. We have lights up here which look you can't see them of course because it's daylight, but all along the Avenue Genelec here, it's quite nice. There's also a bit of a market which they were setting up outside of the church, just over there. We have an award-winning boulangerie on the corner here, and that very modern theatre building over there is our local Gourmand theatre. So this is a really nice little neighbourhood. It's nice and well served by shops and commerce and metro and bus and everything like that. So I'm very happy in this little neighbourhood. So anyway, that was just a little talk. I probably babbled on long enough. So I probably could show you quickly inside Alésia, because as I said, it's from the belly book, and I might flip my camera around, and I'm just going to show you inside. Oh, there are people in here, I didn't realise. Okay, so yeah, I'm sorry, it's not the best view. but it is a very beautiful brasserie. Oop. Sorry, I'm having trouble working my camera. Okay, so we'll leave it at that, shall we? Thank you very much for having me. Thank you for those of you who have joined me. Sorry for the short notice. But I hope next week we will all be back on film and I can get something organised for next Friday. Somebody else has just joined and left, but yeah. So Terry and Susan and Dominique and I can't see who else is there, but to all of you, thank you very much for joining me. I wish you all a wonderful weekend. I hope you're all well wherever you are, and we will see you next Friday. Take care. Bye.